Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to make some teeth and a tongue. So for the teeth, let's just hide everything. Beep. Perfect. I'm just going to get rid of the measurements. I don't think I need the locators and the distance anymore. Okay, great. Just going to take these things and I'm going to add those to this geo layer. Okay, so for the teeth, if I go in here to create polygons and I create a cube, and I'm just going to take the cube, let's go and zoom in on it. I'll get my scale tool and I'll scale it out. Okay, and I'm just going to go in here to subdivisions and width. And I'll put in, how many teeth do we got? Something like 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sure. 32. Top and bottom. Okay, so I got something like this. Sorry, I was counting my teeth. If I go in and I grab myself by the vertices here, I'm just going to pull those out a bit. This is going to be my gum line. And then what I can do is I can come in here and grab these faces from here to here. I just clicked on that one, held down shift, and I double clicked and grabbed all the faces in between. And I'm going to hit extrude. And I'm just going to take this, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Now, something is I'm making it smaller, you might notice there's a bit of a problem here. Like this, I got a nice gap here, but I want these split. So there's keep face together. I'm going to turn that off. You can also find that over here. Keep face together off. I just turned it off, basically. Same thing. Okay. And then I can extrude. Now, I've got a couple of... I'm just pushing that in a little bit. I've got a couple of... what's the word I'm looking for? Options available for me. Now, one, if I go ahead and make more teeth, I could just keep everything really simple. And I can hit... extrude, and then I can pull this up and maybe make these slightly bigger, and then I'll go ahead and I'll hit extrude again, pull it up, and then I can hit extrude again, pull it up a little bit and scale them down. I got a nice set of, you know, kind of chiclety teeth. You could also, I'm just going to undo, I'm just going to check out what do I have. It's that thing. Okay, so I got to do undo, undo, and undo, undo. How many extrudes do I have? If I look on the side, 1, 2, 3. Let's just undo it till that's gone. Okay, great. That's gone. So here's the other thing I could do, because sometimes I find it's a little bit better to keep the teeth separate. So I'm going to take these faces I have selected. I'm going to go to Edit Mesh. I'm going to hit Duplicate. And when I duplicate, this is going to give me separate geometry. And then I'm just going to undo that. And I'm going to hit extrude. Oh, you bastard. Undo. Okay, let's go back one more. Duplicate. Okay. And then I'm just going to check. I've got these teeth sitting right here. They're all separate here. I'm just going to grab them all in one shot here. I might just quickly go Mesh, Combine, just to keep it all simpler. And I'll delete the history. I'm going to grab those, I'm going to hit extrude, I'll pull them up slightly, and I'll scale them up a bit, and I'll hit extrude again, pull this up a bit, and again, a bit, and scale them down. So now I got separate pieces of geometry for the teeth. This can be a little bit better for texturing, just to keep the UVs separate and everything like that. Okay, and... let's see, anything else I want to say about this? My geometry here, let's just go and put these onto 2. And I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put it to the right side. I'm going to hit F, zoom out a bit. These teeth, if I need a bit more geometry in them, because I wasn't paying attention, I could have put more in. I can hit multi-cut tool and click, drag, and click, drag. Okay, so I got a bit more geometry in them. And here, what if I go in and I grab this edge ring and split, so I have more geometry in that too. So I got more gummage. Okay, and maybe just before I get too crazy here, let's go make this big, and we'll get rid of that. I'm going to grab both pieces here, the teeth and the gum, and let's delete the history. I don't think there's any transformations to freeze or anything like that. I'm going to zip into deform, and I'm going to go and put a lattice on them. I'm just going to take the lattice. It's got 5 divisions up. Okay, that's good. Maybe I'll bring it down to 4, maybe. Actually, let's keep it at 5. S divisions. Okay, so what's that? There it is. There's your kind of your side divisions. I just want something so I've got something split in the middle. Okay, that should be good. Right there. 7. The U divisions, the side here, I don't think that matters, so I'm going to leave that out. And I'm just going to grab my lattice. I'm just looking for a spot where I can grab lattice points easily. And I'm going to grab, say, these ones. And I'm going to grab the scale tool. I'm going to scale them in, and I'm going to move them in. Okay. Don't want to pull them too far forward. That's going to look potentially weird. But there, now I can make my molars big. I'm just going to grab my scale tool. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to grab the scale tool. All I need to do is go and deselect. I just got these back lattice points selected. I can just go and grab my move tool and pull that back a bit and get some big molars. Okay. And let's grab these 2 pieces. And if I delete the history, the lattice goes away. So there's my rough teethage. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zip into deform. And so I showed you the lattice. Go down to the linear. I'm going to hit it with a bend. And the bend tool, let's just go and make it work. I have to hit T. T makes it work. And so we can see a problem immediately. But we kind of know the direction that it's going to rotate and move in. So I'm going to go to the rotate tool. I'm going to hold down J. There. Now I've rotated it. So we can kind of figure out what's going on. If I hold down J again, there we go. Got it. I'll hit T. I can pull these. I'm going to pull them so they kind of almost touch. And then I can grab this little blue diamond. Got my lucky charms there. And look, I got a set of teeth that I can start to model and sculpt. Okay? And this thing still sits here, the bend handle, until I take these 2 objects and I go and I delete their history. If I take these 2 objects and I take a look at their pivot point, so it's sitting right there, go ahead and I make a duplicate. I'm going to pull the duplicate up, and I'm going to hold down J. I'm going to... Oh, you bastards! What's wrong? I got a scale value problem. So probably if I take a look, there's part of me that can solve it without going and doing this, but I'm just going to do it anyway just so you can see what the hell I'm looking at. There. So there's a parenting problem. So the parent over here, probably this one. That's weird. How did this all turn off? Or maybe I just never turned it on. La la la. Ah. There's the parent for the gums, and the teeth are kind of separate somehow because I guess I duplicated them and they separated. Here, let's just take this one. Boop, boop. Get rid of that parent. And so if I take the 2 objects, I suspect that if I grab, what are these 2 right here? Those 2 pieces right there. And if I hold down J, and it looks like their pivot points are more or less the same spot, so this should be fairly easy. And I can sculpt this later on. I've got to spend a bit of time looking at Greta's teeth, but that should work. So those are my teeth. Take the gums, and I'm going to move them up a little bit. Okay, great. Let's just grab everything. I'm just going to freeze the transformations on this. And let's go and take a look at what we got here. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's just move these up. Let's just get the 2 panels on. Let's go to the side view. And let's hit 4 so we can kind of see what we're doing. And I'll move the teeth in here. They look a bit large. Actually, I'm just going to group these and hit center pivot. So when I scale them, they scale uniformly. And I'll stick my teeth here. Maybe a bit. These lower 2 pieces here. Let's do that. I'm going to pull these back a bit. Okay, so now when I hit F, okay, so we got teeth in here. Great. The tongue. The tongue. If I go in and I create a polygon sphere, I'm just going to get the move tool. I'll hold down X and I'll snap it up here. You can kind of see what the hell I'm looking at. So I'm just going to make this a bit longer. It's got too much geometry in it. I'm going to go in here to the subdivision axis. I'm going to bring that down to, say, not 8, how about 12. And I'm just going to hold down J and I'm going to rotate it. And let's look at it for the perspective for a second. That doesn't look like a tongue. That does, though. Okay, so that should be good right there. Now let's go back to the right view. I'm just going to pull this thing over here. Stick it between the teeth, and hopefully that fits right. I'm just going to isolate it for a second. And if I go and I grab the vertices back here, and I've got the rotate tool, if I hold down, or if I hit B for my soft selection here, so I'll do something like this, rotate it, use the move tool, pull it down, and voila, I have a tongue. Actually, let's just go and do this. Okay, so that should be good. And you know what? I should start to do a few more, 11 minutes. So I got teeth and tongue. And that should be good for this. Okay, next video I'm going to take all this stuff and I'm going to start moving it over to ZBrush. Anything else I need in here? No, that should be good. Okay, I'm going to stop here.